Hi guys, today I will be talking about my switch from the iPhone 16 Pro Max to the new Galaxy S25 Ultra, and I will first ask you to please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon for more awesome tech review. Let's dive into this. This is a new incremental upgrade from the S24 Ultra like we know, and this phone I have used it for a month now and it has totally replaced my iPhone. So I would want to share what I like about the phone and what I don't like about it. So for example, I will start with the design. The S25 Ultra, as you can see, is more boxier than the iPhone. The iPhone is a little more sleek and curved, but as you can see, this one is a lot more boxier than its predecessor, the S24 Ultra. It looks a little thicker, but it's actually marginally thinner than the previous S24 Ultra. And then it comes with the 6.9-inch display versus the 6.8 in the other one. It looks cleaner than my iPhone, I would say. And one thing I like about this design is it makes it more appealing to hold your phone and use your phone. And I have always moved around with this phone and moved away entirely from iPhone. The only thing that I will talk about as this video goes on that I miss really much is the ecosystem that Apple offers. Other than that, when it comes to the build design, I like this. Samsung has opted for the Gorilla Glass Armor 2, which promises improved durability. However, let's be real, this is glass. If you drop it, it will break, so you have to be careful. The camera rings are more pronounced this year than the previous year in the S24 Ultra. One interesting change is that the design now is more aligned. This design moved away from traditional Note design that we know in the Ultra phones that Samsung has offered, or even dating back to when they called it Note. So that is it on the design. It looks more boxier, more sleeker, more appealing to hold, and I like it even better than the iPhone. So when it comes to performance, this phone comes with Snapdragon 8 Elite chip, which is a rivalry to the A18 Bionic chip the iPhone comes with. This phone flies, it's very sleek to use, apps open instantly and fast, and as you can see, you can scroll fast, and the speaker, of course, everything is good. So when it comes to the performance, I think that this phone, it's actually up there with the 16 Pro Max that I used to use before I got this. Apps open fast, and the phone flies, and multitasking is a breeze. You can multitask with this, which is something that you cannot do with iPhone for now. You cannot share two apps, you can do that easily here. So to keep all this power in check, Samsung has increased the size of the vapor chamber by 40%, and this offers improved cooling system that ensures that your phone stays cool under heavy load. Even in hot environment, this phone will not overheat. I've tested it and it maintained everything in that regard. So the single core test, the iPhone beats it, but the multi-core, the Samsung S25 Ultra beats the iPhone by a significant percentage. So that's it. And that brings us to the display. The S25 Ultra's display remains its standout feature. It is 69-inch QHD dynamic AMOLED panel with the 120Hz refresh rate. While other core specs haven't changed that much from last year's S24 Ultra, Samsung has actually made some subtle improvements, and the screen is brighter than ever. It is now 2600 nits peak brightness, making it easier to use in direct sunlight. And there is also the improved anti-reflective coating, something that this phone beats the iPhone on. When you are watching it outside or using under direct sunlight, the glare on this phone is significantly reduced than the glare that you will see on the iPhone. But then it has its shortcoming because it is worth noting that Samsung still hasn't added the Dolby Vision support that this iPhone offers, especially for us, the video enthusiast that likes to use this phone to shoot content. So that's it for the display. The display on this phone is actually a joy to use, and I've enjoyed it significantly well. So the next category that I will be talking about is the camera system. This S25 Ultra camera, it has seen some interesting changes. The most notable upgrade is the new 50 megapixel that is now here for the ultra wide sensor, up from 12 megapixel that the S24 Ultra has offered. The result of this obviously is sharper pictures, sharper images, especially in low light condition. The main camera retains this 200 megapixel that helps to significantly improve the light capture and the overall image quality. I also like the video improvements that Samsung has made. They have improved the HDR recording from 8 bits to 10 bits, capturing more color information for richer and more dynamic videos. They have also included the log profile that will permit you to get the picture profile that you want and then color grade it later on to actually suit your style of editing, which the iPhone has previously offered. Samsung is bringing it on this phone, and I've tested it. It meets the industry standard as well. That is it for the camera. Everything looks very smooth. The iPhone, I noticed, is more consistent in terms of the camera, but this phone is very good camera for the most part. But the iPhone, in terms of the video recording, is slightly better, I noticed. And for the fact that this does not come with the Dolby Vision, the iPhone definitely is a step ahead, I would say. But I've not been recording with this. I record with my camera, so I have not noticed any significant change. The only place I use my camera most often is the FaceTime. Now I use the WhatsApp, Facebook calls with my front-facing camera, which is also very good. I've enjoyed the camera system on this phone. Now, there are also new AI-powered editing tools that has been embedded here, like the audio eraser. When you record something in a noisy environment, it can clean out those noise, allowing your voice to be crisp. I've tested it and it does it perfect. There is also other AI enhancements with a 43% improvement in the brightness and color accuracy of everything that you do on this phone. The AI enhancement have brought these improvements, and when you combine it, the final product you get with this camera is a joy to use. So, and that brings me to the battery. The battery system here retains the 5000 mAh battery capacity, and it still offers the 45 watt wired charging speed that its predecessor, the S24 Ultra, has had. However, thanks to the efficiency gains, I guess it is directly linked to the Snapdragon chip. In the real life use, in our test, the S25 Ultra lasted about 17 hours and about 7 hours screen on time, and then this is about 30% improvement from the previous S24 Ultra, and I would say is very close to what the iPhone has offered. But the iPhone, I believe, still lasts a little longer than this. But the battery is no slouch. It's not the fastest when you're charging it, but it's going to give you a very fast charging. I've not bothered about the battery. I've mostly have to think about my battery when I'm about to go to bed, which usually is about 20-30% usage time. This phone's battery is solid, I would say. The next one is the software and the AI features on this. The S25 Ultra runs the One UI 7 from Samsung, which is based on Android 15. Samsung has introduced several new AI-powered features that comes with this, and which is quite impressive, I would say. One standout feature is the ability for you to perform multiple actions using your voice command with Bixby, which is integrated with the Google Gemini. And the difference is that with the iPhone is integrated with ChatGPT. This is integrated with Google Gemini. I believe that the AI capability of this is more accurate than ChatGPT and more precise. It can also do more, which is to access multiple apps. For example, you can tell it, hey, I want to go to so and so restaurant with the details that are pet friendly and all that. And then it will give you with precision what restaurant in your neighborhood or your area that can offer such specification. And then it can also add it in your calendar if you want that. So I give it to the AI here, but I just want you to bear in mind that Samsung is offering their AI to be free until the December of 2025. So what that means is that heading to next year, some of these AI features will be paid subscription, so bear that in mind. So what do I miss and what do I think that are the notable omissions that I have witnessed from moving away from the iPhone to this? Number one is the ecosystem. The ecosystem that I enjoy as an Apple user, because I use the MacBook, I use the iMac, the iPad, the Apple Watch, and most of the Apple products, I have them. And I have been amazed on how this ecosystem works. How I will explain that is, for example, when I want to share files from my phone to my laptop, which is my MacBook, or from my MacBook to my phone, all I use is AirDrop and it's seamless. And just being heavily invested in the Apple ecosystem makes the usage of this phone over my iPhone slightly problematic, I would say, because some things that I do with ease here that I will need to always find a workaround to use here. For example, the AirDrop that I talked about, I cannot do FaceTime here. So what I opted out doing is to convert my FaceTime users from my iPhone, and then we do WhatsApp calls now. And that has also worked fine for me. But I don't have FaceTime here. That is also a big point and a big application that I enjoy using here. Another thing is the iMessage. Most of us in America that use this iPhone have enjoyed our blue bubble. The iMessage is fast and smooth and all that. It syncs between all your Apple devices. And that is not the case here. The case here is that this is an Android phone. The ecosystem is going to be the Samsung ecosystem. I am not heavily invested in that yet, and that makes it a lot more of something that I kind of regret not having here. So, having talked about the ecosystem, another notable omission is that this is still the IP68 certified, while this is the IP69 certified. So this can survive more when you dump it in water over this. So bear that in mind. Perhaps the most disappointing downgrade this year for Samsung users is going to be the S Pen, which Samsung has definitely removed the Bluetooth functionality, which means that you cannot use it as a remote shutter or any related remote Bluetooth tags that you do. All you just have to do is to use it and write. And I believe that's it. And Samsung is citing the low user statistics from the data that they have gathered and analyzed. But it feels like a step backward for some power users because this is their flagship. Give everybody everything. Because this is $1,299. My conclusion, moving from my iPhone to the S25 Ultra, has been mostly smooth because of the similarity in terms of the software that this phone has with the iPhone. Again, this device is a joy to use because of its excellent display and its versatile camera system. And also the improvements in the battery life and the AI features are also welcome additions. However, at the price point of $1,299, it is hard not to feel like Samsung played a little safe this year. Samsung releases the best smartphone in their Ultra phones every year, and it usually competes at the top level with some of these phones. But what we are seeing right now is that Samsung has played it safer with the upgrades that they made from the S24 Ultra to this. It may not have offered enough upgrade to justify the high price tag, especially if you are an S24 Ultra owners. There is no necessary justification, upgrading this year, because basically this phone is good, is a little better in some places, but it's not gonna be enough for you to see. And also for those seeking cutting-edge innovative product in phones, there are always alternatives like the OnePlus 13, the Vivo X20 200 Pro, and this might be worth considering because they offer similar or even more superior features in some areas at often a lower price point. And in the end, the S25 Ultra is an excellent phone that will satisfy most users, and these have actually satisfied me. But to me, in the rapidly evolving world of smartphone, being excellent, I would say, and I've always said this, might not be enough to be crowned the best. What do you think about the S25 Ultra? Is this a worthy upgrade, or did Samsung miss an opportunity to push the boundaries further? Let me know in the comment section below, and then don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome tech reviews. Thank you.